They are mostly like symptoms of that we have the chance to see in different countries that are growing. So you can check your, for instance, if you're looking at your country, and you can look around and find out, but also when you're going to give solution, you can find out what is the situation based on different things. The number one symptom of a country that is growing, so these are good symptoms. The number one is that they know that they're growing and they're proud. When you talk with people from these countries, they are telling you like, oh, you know what, in the last year we were doing this, and this year we're doing this, and we expect to reach here, but it's so challenging, blah, 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 what can you do? You know, like, you can feel this energy coming. So that is the first symptom. It's like, this is like the wave. You know, like the place that you actually get on top when the momentum has reached the maximum potential. The other one is that the LCs receive from the MC support like in the instant. If an LCP called the MC and said, dude, one of my AVs is thinking to quit. What? How? What? Come on. Okay, let's talk. Let's find out what's happening, blah, blah, blah. Let's arrange a meeting tomorrow. You need to come, just come here, blah, blah, blah. Or I cannot access my IC.net. Or you can't access, okay, let me call AI. So they just come and call. So this communication between the LC and the MC is really fast and is really responsive. Then there is a internal LC competition. Whatever. There is an internal LC competition, so it's really interesting because what they actually do is that they keep each other accountable to keep doing this, to keep growing. So they are like, man, you said you were going to do 35, and right now you only have 25. I'm beating you. I already have the 35, so what are you going to do? So basically, they are creating an informal accountability system that increases this feeling of proudness. That, from my point of view, so far is a really positive thing because first you have it LC against LC, and then when you talk about the country, when you talk about Tunisia, then the whole people from Tunisia feel really proud. But then when you talk about the GN, the people from LGN, they all feel really proud. And I'm sure that as we start going close to the ISEC 2010 goals, then the overall network will feel proud that they belong to the overall network. But then it means that they are able to see their specific contribution in the overall contribution. The other one is that definitely in countries that are growing, there is investment. And there is investment, there is no plan. So it is not that you have a budget and you have a plan and you know where the money is going. You know, there is, imagine this, if you make a 1 year budget plan, you make an operational plan for 1 year. It looks like this. This is the plan. And then under that you put the finances, you put the HR, blah, blah, blah. It basically means that there is no big new opportunity that you couldn't see here that you're going to catch at any given time. That's basically what you're saying. In countries that are growing, there is money available. And I'm telling you this, look at the AI problem. AI right now, 80% of our costs are fixed. So we want to have a meeting like this, and we suffer finding 1,500 euros. That's stupid. So now, how do we bring this to 60? So that this 20% can be invested in the network for growth. The same happening in the countries. Countries that are growing, they have resources. If the MC doesn't have the money, the MC is invited by the LCs to find ways to generate the money out of the LCs. I found LCs, and there are LCs that have honestly like 100,000 euros in a bank account, stock. So if they are in a good country, probably they are making 3 or 2% of interest versus making that money flow. So where is it that we put that money in a way that we can invest faster and in a more secure and natural way? Another thing that growing countries do, they have series. And I'm talking about series, not about the holiday dudes around the world. I'm talking about the guys that they come to a country for 1 week, 2 weeks, with a really specific focus. This is what I'm supposed to do here. This is how I was trained. This is how I'm going to be measured. This is the return that I'm going to get, like, professionally. And you see in there, like, really focused people, sometimes they seem like the mind is really, really shaped because they just come to execute, and they have it in both ways. They have people like coming in and out of the country, which generating the LCs something really, really cool. The LCs become multicultural, not multicultural, international, because some LCs are already multicultural. So the LCs really used to have people coming in and out all the time, which make the experience like even cooler. This one is funny, but it's true. They have friends and contacts abroad. The typical conversation of an LC that is growing, like let's say an LCP that is growing with his friends, is like his friends are saying, "Oh man, like the other night I went down to the club," and then the LCP is saying, "Oh man, the other night I was in Paris," and you know what I mean? Like they are thinking in a totally different mindset because they have a lot of connections around the world and they feel they're really close. So they talk about, oh, the friend that I have in Nigeria, or my friend that is now in Russia, and so on. They capitalize on organizational trends. An organizational trend is an initiative that comes out of XMU, AI, the GM board, another country. They just come and somebody comes and tells them, guys, I know that you already have your plan, but we have this really cool idea. Are you in? And then these guys are like, yeah, of course. You know what I mean? So these countries are usually looking for this type of opportunities, not necessarily only to their plan. But at the same time, they have something really cool. They are really detail-oriented. So it is not, for example, when they said that they are going in this direction, they make sure that everything is in place. They know how many people they need, they know how much it's going to cost them, and they also know how much it's going to generate it, and they know how to track it. So in the moment they decide in which direction they're going to walk, they walk in a really strict and disciplined way. You know, it's not like, because they may seem, if it wasn't for this factor, that like if they are random. You know what I mean? What they have, I haven't really seen something like really structured, but what I think that they have is certain criteria. Instead of having a plan that tells them where to go. So, whenever an opportunity fits in that criteria, they catch it. And for that, they do have internal plans. When the opportunity does not fit that, they just let it pass. You know what I mean? So they may seem random because they don't have like a straight line to walk. But when you look at the way they execute, it is really creating the detail-oriented. And the final is that matching is their favorite word. Matching is the thing that